and that's what your body clock had adjusted to in California. Um, and so using the light therapy glasses at that time was the most effective thing to delay your body clock, which is what you need to do to feel, to shift your sleep period later in the nighttime. Uh, so you did exactly the right thing, and that, you found the results that I would have predicted.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm really excited about it because I'm always trying to find ways to improve that jet lag hacking schedule. And yeah, I know I do hear that the protocol is to be more gentle, but there will be some of us who always want to see if we can hack it some way to go a bit faster. And that's just where I end up with things in my life. Part of why you see me here doing this fun stuff, experimenting with the retimer. And so, Leon, I just wanted to ask because we covered a lot of the topics that are related to some of the marketing claims on Retimer's website. We talked about how Retimer can help users feel more energized and productive in terms of shifting that productive part of the day to the right part of the day. We talked about improving mood in a couple different ways. One of them was with seasonal affective disorder. Um, there's actually some other claims I found very interesting in terms of lowering health risks that are connected to poor sleep. And I imagine that that's related to improving sleep, reduce the risk of diseases related to poor sleep. But is that correct, or is there a bit more to that?
Well, I myself wouldn't push that line too strongly. Uh, have been some epidemiological studies that have related um, uh, a low amount of sleep, less than 6 hours of sleep on a regular basis, and disrupted sleep and irregular sleep to health risks. That's always research that it's difficult to draw a causal connection between things, and so I wouldn't be too frightened by those results. But uh, nevertheless, people will certainly feel better if they get adequate sleep, and they'll be more productive as well. Uh, Whether or not you avoid serious health risks by getting somewhat better sleep is still debatable, I think. Um, I like to reassure the people that have chronic insomnia that I see that they're not necessarily going to die of a heart attack if they're not getting the type of sleep that they would like to get, or get Alzheimer's dementia if they're not getting adequate sleep. This is a bit of a myth that exists in our society right now that's felt very strongly and the media tends to beat up a lot. That connection I wouldn't push too strongly at this point. But nevertheless, uh, getting more adequate sleep, which is what you do if you're able to place your sleep period and in the proper location to get enough sleep. And so retiming the body clock to ensure that you're able to fall asleep when you need to get to sleep and get enough sleep in the end. And also getting a more regular sleep pattern too. There is some good evidence that irregularity of sleep, where you're changing your sleep onset time, your wake up times by 2 or 3 hours across the week, is uh, is associated with more health risks almost than too little sleep. So irregularity of sleep pattern um, can be addressed by making sure that your body clock is adjusted to a pretty fixed time point. And the retimers, of course, will be useful in ensuring that. And if you are conscientious about using the retimers when you wake up in the morning for, say, half an hour each morning, then your wake up times become more consistent, and your body clock then is adjusted to suit a good sleep quality and quantity at the time that you can get it.